Good afternoon and welcome to Webinar Wednesday. I'm Nicole Gailey. I'm the agent coordinator here at GCU. Today we're going to talk about the GCU and what it can do for you. We'll go over the plan for 2024, including the 1892 Club and what it can do for you. Bonus money, $10,000 giveaway, GCU Bucks, marketing allowance, and etc. We are also going to be giving away vacations. So the 10 issued life apps issued from January to March 2024 will win a vacation on us. GCU also has a wonderful member benefits portfolio, including scholarships, student debt relief, as well as amazing Go Give charity projects. Did you know that we have up to $1,000 per year of match funds money for a fundraiser for a qualified charity that you choose? GCU has given almost $1.3 million to charitable donations in 2022 and almost $1 million in scholarships in the past 10 years. So we're going to hand this over to Jeff and David. We do ask that you mute yourself until the very end. And at the very end, you'll have can unmute and send any questions their way, and they'll be happy to answer those. Okay, it's all over to you guys.
All right, let's move forward.
Okay. There we go.
Perfect. A lot of times when we're talking about GCU, the answer we get is, who is GCU? Which I'm sure when you're presenting to your clients, you probably hear it as well. No secret, we've been around since 1892, and it was started with $600 of pooled money by about 700 immigrants that started this Fraternal Benefit Society. Today we've got, it says 47,500. We actually have now over 50,000 members and $2.7 billion in assets. We're a not-for-profit, and that's on purpose. And we're focused on our members, and we have annuities and, of course, life insurance. And some financial facts about us: we are E- by AM Best. We're very proud of our solvency ratio. We're at 109.49%. David, do you want to explain what solvency ratio is?
For every dollar that you have to pay out, we actually have an extra, $9.49, over and above that. So we could pay out everything and still have 10% left over.
So that means we're financially strong, correct?
That's the nuts and bolts of it. Yes.
We won't dwell on that, but just to let you know, we have a tagline at the bottom of the screen. It's not just lip service. We're not tied to Wall Street, only to Main Street, and we truly believe that. Our clients are not the Rockefellers, and we're very cognizant of that. So, a couple of testimonials, a few testimonials from our agents, and it's a recurring theme. It's talking about personalized service, one-on-one. We answer the phone. As a matter of fact, if you called here and needed to talk to George Juba, the president, if he's in his office, he will answer his phone. That's how down home we are. You can see the theme. GCU is one of our favorite companies due to their portfolio, excellent home office staff. Another person talking about our 1+4 annuity. Randy there is talking about, we have great rates. The underwriters are helpful. So service staff, is there and super dependable. And we know our agent by name. So if you call in, you don't call the sales department. You call and talk to David or Nicole. You don't call the new business department. You talk to Marilyn, and she runs the new business. But it's that personalized. And anyone that you reach out to in this home office will do everything to answer your question or satisfy any kind of need you have. So Nicole talked about the fraternal difference, and we're a fraternal benefit society. I've been in the business about 31 years, and I would not work for anything else but a fraternal company. We offer scholarships, student debt relief, so this Go Give program where you can kind of start your own little volunteer group and go, do something good for the community, and we will help fund that. Of course, there's other discounts for amusement parks, perk spot, all that stuff. So we do have a list of fraternal benefits on our website. So if you got any questions, go to gcu.com and take a look. Here's one thing that really started getting a lot of notice last year. So if you're an agent with us, and most of our agents aren't aware of it, and it kind of breaks my heart because this is money that we're going to give you to give to a charity. So an example, up in Wausau, Wisconsin, we had an agent of ours who is very, very active with the Boys and Girls Club up there. And they do this annual fundraising every year. And I mentioned it to him. I said, hey, you've got $1,000 from us. If at least for your fundraising activity, you raise $1,000, we will match $1,000. And he was ecstatic. So he all the money that they raised was probably like $15,000 for the club. But he added an additional $1,000 from us. And unfortunately, a little known secret, if the agent is also a member, that goes up to $2,000 of match fund money. And it makes me kind of sad that we're not giving away enough money. So if you've got a charity that's near and dear to your heart, take the time, go call us and ask for instructions on how to apply for it. So it's really easy. Our fraternal department does a great job making it very seamless. And then you can actually, monies you're raising, and if you're a member, that's $2,000 more for your charity. So please take advantage of it. It makes me sad when we see how much money we didn't give away. We prefer to give it away. So keep this in mind. The new 1892 Club, more money, more money, more money. So there's two tiers of the 1892 Club. First is the GCU Bucks grid. And you can see we have different tiers: Founders tier, Keystone tier, and the Dynasty tier. So if you've got $1 million of premium production, you start at the Founders tier. If you're at 3+, you're in the Keystone, and if you're over 15, you're in the Dynasty tier. And you can see the basis points that we would use to calculate how much money you would earn through the GCU Buck Club. So, and it works that, so let's say you've earned $2,000 through this tiers. The $2,000, the first $1,000, we cut you a check. Go have fun, do whatever you want. So here it is. So the first half of whatever you earn through the GCU Bucks program goes to you as a check. Go to the casino, go on a trip, buy something nice for someone you love. And the remaining 50% is used for marketing allowance. So you send in your receipts and we will reimburse you as long as it's an approved expense. So some of the examples are purchasing client lists, mailing costs, postage, things like that. If you're going to be doing seminars, you can use your money for that, advertising, print, and all that kind of stuff. So just make sure if you've earned this, and Nicole does a great job notifying not only if you've earned marketing allowance and GCU Bucks, but also keeping track of how much you have left. We had a lot of people at the end of the year who realized they still had several $100s in their account, and they ran around and spent it, which was great because it's money for your business. If you're not using it, and I don't understand why, but we do have several people that earn it every year and never use it. And I scratch my brain saying it's free money, use it. So even if you buy $500 worth of postage for mailing campaigns, send us the receipt. If you've got the money earned, let us reimburse you for that expense. So don't leave money on the table.
It's not like Jeff and Nicole and I are gonna go out for dinner or something that night if you don't use it. We want to give it away.
And if you earn it for 2020, the year 2024, and you don't use it by the end of 2025, correct?
You earn it for 2024?
Or 2024 production. If you don't use it by the end of the next year, it disappears, it evaporates. So you're crazy if you're not using it. And if you're not earning it, we did lower the tiers to $1 million. So if you're at $1 million of premium, you're in the money, you're going to start earning more and more to grow your business. And the more you grow your business, the more money you're going to earn from us. So it's definitely a win-win. Plus, for 2023 production, we added the 10K giveaway, and it was so incredibly popular that we kept it over for 2020, the year 2024. So if you're not familiar with it, you really should be, because there's a lot of money sitting here. So if you have over $3 million of annuity premium issued, either our fixed annuities, our FIA annuities, or a combination of the two, you get a $10,000 check. Nicole, roughly how many $10,000 checks did we send out?
Right now, I think we're at 21.
So we sent out 21 $10,000 checks. And you can also see that there's lower grids that you can qualify if you're at, for 2024, if you're 1.5, that's a $2,500 bonus. 2 million is 5,000, 2.5 is 7,500. And it's crazy. We're going through year-end tabulations right now for 2023 numbers. And it is crazy. David was talking to an agent who we have changed the grids, but just got over by what, 8,000?
$9,100
to get into the next level. And that was the difference between a $2,500 bonus and a $5,000 bonus. But as I'm going through the numbers, I saw several people that were, I'm not kidding you, $5,000 away from getting to the next level or getting into the first level. So they're leaving so much money on the table. It's here, grab it. It's a great opportunity. Can you imagine getting a $10,000 check from us? Do whatever you want with it. There's no strings attached. You got to pay taxes on it, but other than that, it's your money and you earned it. The life category, same thing, $1 million of premium, and that includes single premium. And we had several people earn bonuses on the life side, and we did have one person qualify for the million. Matter of fact, that person was strong enough producer. They got a $10,000 check in either grid. So great job by that agent. But once again, there's money on the table. $250,000 a single premium, it gets a $2,500 bonus. It's that easy. So make sure you're aware of this. We had a lot of agents call us in December saying, I didn't know about it. Well, we've been talking about it all year, and we're going to continue to talk about it. And we're going to send out emails and blast and remind you. And it is so exciting. I know when the $10,000 checks go out, our president, George Juba, writes a personal note, thanking them for their efforts and their success. And it's just a really good way to enhance your income. New this year for 2024, this is our life sales contest. Issued life contracts. Oh, there's a little typo in there. We were kicking it back and forth. It says 10 multi-pay. That's not true anymore. We changed it to 10 any life policies issued between January 1st and the end of March, issued. And you get a drive-away vacation. Dave, can you describe the drive-away vacation?
We've used them for years, off and on. They're a nice trip. They can encompass all the major hotel groups that are out there, whether it's Marriott, IHG, Hilton, and there's hundreds of locations around the country. Literally hundreds. That's not an exaggeration. There's hundreds. When we first started, we hooked up with this group probably 12 years ago initially, and they probably only had like 250. They have over 1,000 now. Yeah. So, they'll work with you like crazy. Don't call them 4 days before you want to go and then get ticked off if they can't make it happen. So give them the packet all lays it all out, but give them 30 days notice of what they need, and you'll have a really nice time. And depending on the location that you're choosing, some have a ski allowance built in, some have golf allowance built in, just depends on the location. But it's for a nice free perk, it's as good as it gets.
What kind of response have we gotten from the agents that have used it?
100%. We had one person that didn't give enough scheduling time, and they ran into a bit of an effort, and the company actually worked with them to make sure that they could still make it work.
And they enjoyed their trip.
They had a great time. And everyone else, we've had glowing feedback on it. So for a nice free 3-day, 2-night stay on someone else's dime, that's a pretty good gig. And you don't have to sit through like a lot of the business trips where you have to sit through like the 4-hour PowerPoint and coffee hour in order before you get to go off and have fun with your spouse. This is just you.
It's just a free trip. So 10 life apps issued in the first quarter. And you notice we're not capping it. It's not the first 5 people that do it or the first 10. Make us open our wallet, and we will make sure if 30 people qualify for this, we're sending out 30 trips. So make sure if that's something that would motivate you, if maybe your spouse would appreciate a getaway, take advantage of it. That's what it's for. Don't leave any kind of incentive or money on the table. We've got it here. We want to give it away. And it's a great thing. It really is. So 10 life apps issued first quarter, and you and your significant other or anyone you want are going on a trip.
I've already bought the package. I'd actually like to have to buy more of them.
Yeah. Okay, quickly talk about our term rates. People don't usually shop our term insurance too often, which kind of surprises me because our rates are really good. We're actually in the top quartile for rates throughout the industry. So just give you a little bit of idea, 40-year-old male, $250,000 face, and you can see the 10-year, 20-year, 30-year, and the rating classes. So $250,000 for a 40-year-old, if they get Preferred Plus, is $157 a year. Even if they're standard non-tobacco, it's still really good, $272 a year for 10-year term and $250,000 face. Of course, as the duration goes longer, the premium goes up, but that's everywhere. So if you're in a term situation with your clients, give us a look. And if you're not used to giving us a look, give us a call. We'll help you price it. And if you got an underwriting question, David and I can help you. If it's something David and I can't answer from an underwriting standpoint, between David and I, for the record, we've got about 63 years of experience. But if you need to talk directly to our underwriting team, that's a go. And I know a lot of companies won't let the agents talk to the underwriting team. We don't have a problem with it. We actually encourage it. So that's our term rates. Make sure you're looking at us. We appreciate that. Dave, you want to talk about our whole life?
The Legacy Series, whole life, we have 3 types of policies: ordinary whole life, 20-pay ordinary whole life, and the Legacy Protector, which is a single premium. There's nothing fancy about them other than the fact that they're priced really, really well. The Legacy Protector, the single premium whole life, is one of the last standing true single premium whole life policies. Most of the time you see single premium life policies, they're not on a whole life chassis. They're just a modified UL, which means that, the price might be fine, but that sucker might not be maturity deposit for like 10 to 15 years, if ever. So that's a big deal. You drop in $100,000 and you want to cash it in 5 years from now, and you get back like 87,000. So that's not the way it is here. You're probably looking at, on average, about 2 years, sometimes 3 if it's under $100,000, but it's got a really, really nice return on it. The underwriting, actually, since we do net amount at risk, you're putting in, $75,000 and it's a $120,000 face amount. We're only underwriting $45,000. You're not underwriting 120. So, keep all that in mind. And when you have a question on anything on life insurance, as Jeff mentioned, we've got 60 plus years between the two of us, and we've probably answered every question in the book 30 times, no matter how crazy or esoteric it happens to be. So don't hesitate. Give us a call, drop us a text. We can have an answer back to you in minutes.
Great. And then Legacy Protector, here's a great example. No, that's fine. So this 70-year-old female, just to give you an idea, $100,000 death benefit, one-time premium of $58,304. If you look in the guaranteed column, the cash value at the end of year 3 equals her premium. So after 3 years, if she changes her mind, she can walk away with all of her money. Most people don't do that, but you can see it's a great way. The single premium has 2 really, really good uses. One is just final, burial type insurance when you pair it with our irrevocable burial trust, or for legacy and estate planning. So, if there's a lot of qualified money, or if you're in Pennsylvania where there's inheritance tax, you got a CD sitting in the bank, why not talk about single premium whole life with your clients? This is standard non-tobacco rates, so I'm not shooting pie in the sky kind of stuff. It's a great product, and we sell a lot of this. This is by far our leading life
every year.
Since I've been here, I'm coming up on 2 whopping years with GCU. I've seen single premiums come in at $250,000, $500,000, and the largest case since I've been here was $1 million premium, which is a good case for the agent, and it was a great case for the client because they're getting all this, their family, their estate's getting all this tax-free money back, and they're really leveraging their investment. So 58 buys 100. That's a great move on anybody's part. It doesn't have to be $1 million. It could be $30,000. It just makes good sense. Dave, you want to talk about our?
Oh, the IBT. IBT, the Irrevocable Burial Trust, has been around with GCU since 2007. Wasn't really widely known for the first 3 or 4 years we had it out there, and we went back into it and kicked it back out again. Since we re-advertised it, it's picked up a lot of steam. It is a nice, very easy way to differentiate yourself from your competition. You're not going to walk into a house and see 4 other quotes from companies on irrevocable burial trusts for life insurance, because there's only 2 companies out there that do this, us and was it NGL? Yeah. That's it. So, and it differs from even a pre-need case from a funeral home because this is completely transferable. It does not lock this person into a funeral home. So they have to be 50 years old. There's a minimum. You can't sign up a teenager for an IBT, but 50 to 85, normal issue ages for us. But it immediately takes those assets out of that person's estate. No spend down, no 5-year look back, nothing. It's gone. So as soon as we issue the case, that money is out of there. So even though you can actually use the IBT on the multi-pay platform, it probably makes the most sense in that regard to use the single premium because you've got, I don't know, the person's got $5,000 and they're looking for like an $8,500 whole life policy. They give you the $5,000, they've got $8,500 in death benefits, and that $5,000 is gone out the door. State by state, there's limitations. So you actually, in the agent guide that's online, you can look at it, and most commonly you're going to see 15,000 is the face amount max. You've got some outlying states like Georgia, Indiana, Utah that have got goofy limits. Usually 10,000 is the one that they fall back to. Some are 8.
Michigan.
Michigan doesn't do it at all.
Yep.
Michigan does not allow for it at all.
We got a question from Bill.
What?
Has the IBT been approved in West Virginia?
Yes, it's approved. West Virginia doesn't meet our minimum face amount.
Yeah, their max bill is 3,000.
3,750.
Oh wow, inflation.
But our minimum face is 5. So if they either move their number up or we moved our number down, that's the outlay. There's nothing wrong with the product. It just doesn't meet the premium requirements.
And we get a lot of questions about the irrevocable burial trust. By itself, it is not a product. So people always say, "What's the premium on the burial trust?" That's not how it works.
Or the comp.
Or the comp. It's a special ownership. So the trust owns it. So it's one of our 3 whole life products. David mentioned the single premium, and it's fully underwritten. But if we're talking $10,000, $15,000 face amounts, our underwriting is incredibly forgiving in the smaller face amounts. So if you got a question that Bill or Don McNally, yeah, Michigan's not in it.
That doesn't allow for it at all.
Which breaks my heart, being from Wisconsin. Come on, Michigan, get on the ball, So regular underwriting applies, but once again, because it's smaller face amounts, what's the turnaround on a reasonable application for 15,000?
If it's in good order and we don't have to order an APS, which we hardly ever do, which we hate doing, so because it doesn't make any financial sense for us. I've watched Jennifer process them in 15 minutes.
Right. So it's not guaranteed issue. It is fully underwritten, but it's essentially fully underwritten light in those smaller face amounts. Oh, Tom, when are we going to have the electronic app?
Sometime before we all die, partner.
For the life stuff, it's coming. And Tom, I know it's there for our Aquila products right now because I know you're using it. But as we transition to our new admin system, as the products get on the new platform, they'll be available for the e-app. So it is definitely coming. Thanks, Tom. Annuities at a glance. This is all available on our agent portal, all the information that we're showing you can get yourself. This is
Actually, Nicole actually has started attaching this to the once a month when we send the rate sheet out.
oh great.
We used to have it, it's still up on the agent portal itself, but Nicole just in the last couple months has started attaching this as a page 2 on the monthly rate sheet. So when we send that email out and you can click into it and you can see the rate sheet, if you scroll down, there's an attached page 2 with this on it.
Awesome. And this is something when I was an agent, I would carry something like this with me all the time, because this is everything you need to know other than the current rates for all of our fixed annuities. And David and I, we get a lot of questions, throughout the course of the day or the week. And we're talking about what annuity should we be talking about with our clients now?
Right now. I mean, if you were looking at something, 2 years ago, and the big thing that everyone's seen in the past 2 years with MIGAs, because it's a great idea for the insurance company, not the greatest idea for the client. But right now, it looks like all the smart people are saying that rates are going to start turning around because we've probably hit the apex. And if that's the case, then now the tide is turned on the MIGA. So it's a great deal for your clients, because if rates are going to go down, now you're locking them in on an artificially high rate. So our true MIGA in our portfolio is our 3-year. And so if you could lock them in at a rate where everything else starts to go south, and now they're still kicking along at whatever level of the triple advantage you've got, you're going to look like a superhero to your clients. Do we have a SPIA? Yes.
Yes, we have a SPIA.
Yep.
Call us for quotes. So we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about our newest portfolio, the Aquila series. We started with the Aquila 10, which is a 10-year fixed indexed annuity. And then last year we rolled out the Aquila V for 5, and that's been very well received. So we can go a little bit into this. So here's the Aquila 10 at a glance, issue age 0 to 90. Taking any kind of money, IRA, Roth, non-qualified, qualified. You can see the surrender charge. A little different from our fixed annuities. You need $10,000 to open an account. It is a modified single premium contract, which means money goes in the first year, no money comes out in the first year. And then into the second year, no more money can go in, but money can start coming out. We have 4 different options for the lifetime withdrawal benefit riders. Income Elevate, which is very popular because there's no fee, but it does have the guaranteed income rider. The Income Pro with 50 basis point fee, but it gives you an enhanced interest credits. So if your contract earns 5% in actual accumulation value, we're going to credit another 5% towards the benefit base, which significantly increases the withdrawal benefit rider.
Hey, Jeff, do you get those enhanced credits every year or just that first year?
Every year.
Son of a gun.
Yes. And then option 3, the Income Elite, higher fee, 0.95 bonus, or 0.95 fee, but you get a 10% bonus if you're in the right age. You can see the breakdown: 10% 75 or younger, 7.5% for 76 to 80, and then 5% for 81 plus. So there's a higher fee, but you get the enhanced credits just like the Pro, but you get a 10% or a premium bonus based on age. Also in 2023, we added the Income Elevate Plus, which is very much like the Income Elevate. There's no fee. However, there is a bonus. So there's a bonus, same age breakdown as the Elite, no fee, but no enhanced interest credit. So this has been very popular because your client's getting a bonus, but they're not really paying for it in a fee scenario.
Jeff, I don't understand. How can you possibly do that?
Well, because the participation rates, if you're a FIA type agent, the participation rates for the Elevate Plus are a little bit lower than they would be for the other 3 options.
Refunded if they die in the first 10 years and it's unused.
It's refunded.
Refunded.
Yep. And there was what index do we use? Well, we have currently 2 indexes or indices in our Aquila products, and one is called the Zoria, and it's proprietary for us, and both are run by Barclays, who have been around 300 years.
Oh, well over 2.
They're a big player in the index market, and the Zoria is a blend of the S&P 500 and the U.S. bond aggregate. And based on market conditions and outlook, they blend it depending. So if stocks are looking like the place to be, they push more of the Zoria fund into the S&P 500. If stocks look like it's going to be a rough ride, they move more into the bond side. Unfortunately for 2022, it was bad for both sides. So the Zoria didn't really perform. But remember, on an index product, even if the indexes go down, your clients, the worst they can do is zero. They can't go backwards in an index product. Significantly different than a mutual fund or a variable annuity.
And there's no cap.
And there's no cap.
So they don't experience the downside at worst, and there's no cap on the upside.
Both of our index products, there's no caps, no fees for that index, and there's no spread. So we have several riders, terminal illness rider, pretty standard, nursing home rider, pretty standard. But we have a wellness benefit rider, which is an enhancement on the income riders. And there's a multiplier depending on how old the contract is. And you can use that for home health care. As long as the doctor says you need help with 2 of the ADLs, not counting cognitive.
Correct.
The significant payout to help pay for home care. And it's really designed to keep grandma out of the nursing home. Randy said maximum issue age.
90.
Looking at my Aquila at a glance, issue age 0 to 90. Here's the Aquila 5. Not as many bells and whistles because it's shorter duration, but we do have the Income Elite at 45 basis points, which also has a bonus. You can see the bonus is smaller because the duration's less. So very similar in a lot of aspects. It also has the wellness benefit rider, and it's a good product, especially if your client's nervous about dealing with a 10-year surrender period. This is a great option. So we talked about the Zoria being proprietary, the Zoria index, and also in 2023 we added the U.S. Tech Index, which is essentially the QQQ or the NASDAQ 100. Of all of the indices in the FIA world, the U.S. Tech Index was ranked number 2 for performance in 2023. Matter of fact, if you use the 2-year point-to-point par rate, which is 85%, and using the previous 10 years return, it is an 11.7% 10-year return on the U.S. Tech Index for our Aquila product at 85% par. That's a great story to tell your clients. It really is. We're excited that we added that, and it's been received, and a lot of people are using it. So if you're not familiar with it, if you want to know more about the Aquila product, give us a call. Send us an email. We'll get you up to speed and get you selling right away. Any questions, you can call me. I'm Jeff Long, Director of Sales. There's my email. There's my phone. David is the, what is your title again? The
no idea.
Chief Cook and Bottle Washer. David is
whatever's necessary.
He is the Swiss Army knife of the team. He can do anything and everything. There's his email. David likes to talk on his cell phone, so there's his cell phone number. When do you answer your cell phone?
24 hours a day, as long as I'm not sleeping or in the shower.
And please don't answer it when you're in the shower.
Well, it's not there.
It's just yeah.
But after that, other than that, I figure if you guys have got a question and you're not just calling me from a bar, you're in front of a client, I want to answer your phone call. I don't want you to have to go back out twice. So you got a sales situation and you're trying to make a dime out there, call me. I don't care when it is.
And from a timing standpoint, I'm in early. I'm in this office at 7:00 a.m. Eastern time. David comes in a little later in the day, but he's in the office till at least 8:30, 9 o'clock every night during the week. And he's also available in his car, wherever. So give us a call, send us an email. Of course, on the team, Nicole, who she introduced herself in the beginning. There's her. She's the sales coordinator. If you need marketing material, if you've got a question, you just don't know where to go with it, reach out to Nicole. She'll find the answer or point you in the right direction. And that's her office line as well. Also part of the team, licensing, Deanna. There's her email and phone. If you've got licensing issues, you got a question about, is my E&O current and that kind of stuff. Those are things that she can handle. If you want to get licensed in other states, reach out to her. She'll walk you through it.
And can you send the contact information out in an email so I can print it off?
Yes, we will do that. We are open to questions, if there are any more, because we would love, we get paid to answer questions. So let us earn our pay.
And we've heard most of them, so come up with a new one. I'm in. Always excited when I get a new question.
Anybody? Once, twice?
Very quiet group.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Well,
Somebody has
on
something?
the single premium, is there a minimum? I think it said 5,000 minimum.
Yep,
for
5,000 face. So whatever premium it takes to get you to 5,000, that's what it takes.
Oh, okay. The face amount, 5,000.
Yep.
Got a question.
Yep.
I noticed only one way to actually pay through the bank account.
Yes.
Do we plan to continue in that, or we're going to add some things in it? I've got some younger people seem to not get checks anymore. They don't use checks. They use their credit card for everything. So it's sometimes difficult to get a check from them. Are there any alternatives?
Well, the alternative to that, I mean, they're going to need a checking account. We don't have the system set up
We
and
are
allowed
close.
for. It's getting there. I'm gonna play doubting Thomas on this one. I'm gonna believe it when I see it, but it's coming supposedly. So, but the workaround on that for the person that has a check, one of those newfangled checking accounts with no checks, then they can always walk down to the bank and get a cashier's check from the bank themselves. They can also get a money order to start off, but we're going to have a checking account to draw that money out of on the multi-pays. If it's a single pay, if it's a single premium whole life policy, then they got to get us a check or a really big money order. But I have seen some of those folks that have got the checklist checking accounts, and they're just going to have to make one visit to the bank and get a cashier's check from the bank.
And I mentioned earlier, as we're transitioning to our new admin system, that will allow for first month's draft, but we're not quite there yet for life. So please be patient, and we're working on it. And we know it's important because, as you said, a lot of these younger people have checking accounts, but it's all EFT stuff. So
right.
We get that, and we are working towards making sure we can do a first month draft.
Is it possible that I mean, they can give you the checking account number and the other numbers and the telephone number and all the information about the bank and their account? They just don't have a check.
Yeah, but again, we're going to have something from them. Again, they have to pay the first month premium regardless, because we can't do the auto draft for the first one. And the other part of the reason that we ask for a check itself is because we don't have any proof that it's their checking account. So we'd have to have something that shows that it's their account, even if they go into the bank and go, listen, I don't have a check. Can you guys, pull off a form for me so that it has my name and my checking account information on there, so then submit that. Because I can't take an auto draft out of their neighbor's checking account, and that's why we always ask for a check.
All right, thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thanks for the question. Anything else?
I think we're good.
I just want to reiterate, first of all, appreciate all your time. I know that New Year's kicking off, and we're all getting very, very busy as the odometer's set back to 0 for every one of us, which is exciting. It's also a little terrifying at the same time. But 2024 is going to be a great year. Look for falling interest rates, which means CDs won't be nearly as popular as they were in 2023. Our rates, since we didn't play the interest rate game in 2023, but have the highest rate in the game, our rates are going to go down if rates do go down, but they're going to go down much slower. So we're going to be lagging behind the interest rate drop, which is a great opportunity for your clients to grab it while they can. Our Aquila products, that the US Tech Index is an absolute racehorse. So if you're not selling the fixed indexed annuity products and you are curious about it, give us a call, send us an email. We will get you up and running, like I said. Don't forget, there's so much incentive money on the table here. You know, the 10K giveaway, the GCU Bucks, and then on the charitable side, the match fund $1,000 or $2,000, depending if you're a member or not. But just being an agent allows you to get $1,000 for your charity. Just talk to us, reach out. There's more information on the agent portal where you can find out how to do that. But if you don't even want to do that, give us a call. We'll get you down to the fraternal department. They'll walk you through it step by step. And like I said, we're a not-for-profit organization. We're here to give money away. So you're crazy if you're not using it. Make sure you take advantage of this money for your community and charities that are near and dear to your heart. That being said, appreciate everyone's effort. 2023 was a very good year considering the economic situation. A lot of people are, you know, probably pretty happy with the money we sent them in 2023. And I'd like to make more people happy and send even more money out in the way of bonuses and incentives. So that being said, if you have any questions that come to mind, send us an email, give us a call. We'll answer them right away. Other than that, have a great rest of your week. It looks like temperatures dropping across the country. Stay warm. And go Packers, go.
You had to sneak that in.
Bye now.